but I wanted to continue what I was saying as I'm over here organizing. What time is it? By midnight I gotta get off live, y'all. But as I was saying, I don't want no one to disregard my feelings. And I don't want nobody to make me seem like I'm crazy or I don't know what I'm talking about, you know? Because you got people out there that do, and that should be abuse of some type. It should be emotional abuse or some shit. Because how the F are you gonna tell me that I'm crazy for feeling how I feel? Or crazy because you did some shit and then I'm addressing you about what you did. That is lack of accountability. You know what? Let me refill this cup. Cause what? I don't give a Listen, if I say I feel some type of way, I feel some type of way. It's just like if someone tells me that they feel some type of way about something that I did, I'm gonna automatically say, you know what, or if I didn't do it for real, I'm gonna say, you know what, I'm gonna just keep it G with you. I'm gonna keep it real with you. I didn't do that. I didn't do that. Or I didn't mean it that way, or something. If you want, and this is what I'm saying, I don't want to be in a relationship with anyone that is lazy, or someone that is not like in touch with their emotions, or like have some kind of, like, you have to be able to take some kind of accountability, because you have people out there that they're not emotional. However, they're they're logical, but they can own up to stuff. I don't want nobody to play me like a dummy. I don't. I just rather get as far away from that person as possible. Mm. Because it's not going to do it for me. It's not. How is it supposed to work? How am I supposed to work? I just want to know, like, how is it going to work? Because, baby, it's just not going to work. It's not. I would love to go back to church. I would love to get back to going to prayer meetings and participating in um, activities in church and stuff like that. But like I said, for right now, I don't have the weekend off. So yeah. Some people, and some people too, all they're thinking about is money. And money, like I said, money is very essential. However, that's their whole thought process. If you ain't talking money, you ain't talking nothing. They don't want to, and they will disregard your feelings too. I want somebody to tell me it's okay and I'm sorry and forgive me and it won't happen again. I want that kind of, relationship. I want that kind of interaction. You know, I'm not saying I want it to be like a Tyler Perry or a telenovela kind of thing, but I want someone that's able to just stand on what they do and what they say. Period, point blank. If they did it, they did it. They don't have any problem confessing. They don't have no problem saying, you know what, forgive me. They don't have any problem saying, I'm sorry. But some people, they're just so fucking wild, child. They're so wild, and I don't want no parts. I don't. You can miss me with that. Miss me with that bullshit, cause baby, it's not for me. It's not. Who is here? Somebody was here not so long ago. Oh, two people are here. Who are here? Who's here? YouTube sent me a message saying something about translation. I think because translation is such like a big deal on here because I can't translate anything in the chat. So if somebody's sending something to me in a different language, I can't translate it to English. I can't see what y'all saying. And then if I want to send something, I can't. So I want to be able to communicate with y'all. I love when y'all come on here. It could be bots. It could be, I don't care. Like, I like when y'all come on here, y'all say hi, y'all ask me things. Um, and you know, we're just going back and forth, we're communicating. I'm almost done packing up, and once I'm done, I might take a shower and then I go straight to bed. I can't believe I'm like almost done already. I thought this was gonna take me all night. Can y'all believe it? I thought that was gonna take me all night, but yeah, I'm dead ass. I really thought that this was gonna take me all night. Seriously. I can't move as fast as, you know what? Let me stop lying to y'all. I never moved that fast because I've always been a plus size girly. I've always been a chubby girl like all my life. You know, from the age of like 6, 7. Like that's probably the only time that I've ever been like skinny. Because any other time I'm like 200 pounds or over 200 pounds. So I've always kind of been on the more turtle side. You get what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say Brady because that makes me feel some kind of way. I don't like to use that word, but I've always been on. I just want to take my time. Oh, I did say I was gonna unpack this. Where can I put this in the meantime? This is my travel kit. So I got some brushes in here. I got some. I'm gonna have to put this in here in the meantime because baby, I cannot unpack it today. I can't. Oh my god. Imagine me having my own room of like makeup room. Can y'all imagine that? Well, I got this free gift today. I picked up my package today. So this is like a makeup bag, I think. Oh my god, so cute. So yeah, y'all. Some people are just really like emotionally abusive. And they can't help it because their parents were emotionally abusive. And their parents was emotionally abusive, or you know, because it was a different time, it was more so just thinking about land and you know physical thing. Like, you know, it was different. It was a lot different back then than it is now. And that's that. Things are just not the same. It's a different time that we're living in, so things are going to be different. I don't want nobody disregarding my feelings. I rarely and barely say I feel some type of way. When I feel some type of way, I feel like if I'm friends with you, you should come to me and ask me what's the matter. Just like how I'll ask you what's the matter. And then, I'll probably give my opinion, or I'll just listen. If you don't want me to give my opinion or give my thoughts on whatever, then I'll just listen to you, and that's that. I'll listen, because sometimes that's all people want you to do, just listen. They'll come to you, they'll be like, girl, I got some tea, or I gotta tell you some more. Just sometimes they just want a listening ear. Like, just be that friend that listens. You don't have to tell them your advice. You don't have to, just listen. They say, girl, I got this guy that I'm talking to, and such happened, and whoop-de-doo, whoop-de-dee. Just be that listening ear, because sometimes that's all people want to do. They just want somebody to listen. I've had plenty of times where I went out in public and there's like people that come and talk to me, and all they want is just someone to listen. They might not have money for a therapist, someone to listen to them. They might not be talking to their family members. They might not have that um around them, and they might feel unheard, and they just want somebody to listen. Just listen to them. So that's that. Some of these people, child, they going straight to hell. And I don't feel no kind of way saying that. Because that's just where they belong. In the deepest part of the deepest. The deepest. Like when you get in them back shots and you getting your whole digged up out, like digging deep. That's how deep they're gonna go. Below the 6, really, really below the 6 feet. The deepest part of hell. F the gates of hell. They're going to deepest, the deepest part. Do y'all care about like Greek mythology? Like mythology? Do y'all like mythology? Because um I like it. I like the stories. But in a way, it really kind of reminds me of like the Bible. But it's so cool, like, the God of the sky and the God of this and the God of that. And then the women, like, I know Persephone is one, and um I like stuff like that. Like, it's cool. Like the underworld, learning about the underworld. Kind of nice. They say it's a myth, because myth is kind of like not made up, right? So they say it's like myths, but uh, I forgot that I got this brush set from AOA. Miss A. AOA is Miss A. I need to use it. I've used it once, and that's that. I gotta put it somewhere where I can be able to use it. I had, listen, I have a lot of brushes. I have a lot of brushes now. Oh, shit. Like, what in the hell? I'm bossy. Cause I'm bossy. Watch your beat go. I was listening to that song this morning because I put it as the audio to a video that I made the end of September, and that was before I even knew that fall started. Did I know that fall started? I think I was talking about it. So I wore a wig similar to this, but it was black. Um, and I was talking about fall, but and I was like thinking about fall looks, but for that particular one, the green look, I wasn't necessarily, was I thinking about fall when I made that look? No, I think I was just thinking about how should I look to go to this job interview. And that was that. That was that, child. That's all your girl was thinking of. I wasn't thinking about fall, but then I realized like, oh my god, this is a fall look. So just like how my face is giving pumpkin, the eyeshadow is giving pumpkin, is giving pumpkin spice, and what I'm wearing is giving pumpkin, and the hair is just giving. I feel like since a year or two ago, fall is like when I kind of come alive, you know? Maybe I'm gonna have a fall baby. Who knows? Whenever I get pregnant. But um what was I saying? I gotta put this up. Oh yeah, I gotta work on more fall looks. So to oh shit. Oh hell. I got a lot of stuff in here that I haven't worn. I'm looking in my closet like what in the hell is going on? Oh yeah. Your girl she gotta wear these things, honey. Especially for fall. Mm. Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah. So I gotta think about like what I'm gonna do. I'm so excited just like thinking about it. Like, oh my god. Putting these looks together. I'm so excited. About my makeup, y'all. I'm not gonna say I did my makeup like that yesterday on purpose. But there's a big but. Like mine. There's a big but. I didn't expect for my makeup to look that way. It looked really, really, really. It didn't even look like this. This matches me. My makeup was looking wild. And I mean, I knew it from I went into that bathroom and I asked y'all, do y'all like my makeup? Because it was just something different. And I'm going to show y'all what I did, even though I told y'all in another video. I'm going to show y'all what I used. Because I didn't get my Rimmel London foundation until today, because I picked it up from where I get my packages dropped off at. I used the concealer, and this is how the concealer look. I wanted, y'all can see how much lighter this concealer is to me. It's not the concealer that was really and truly the problem. The concealer went on very yellow, but when I put the powder down, which is Rimmel London translucent powder, it looks so good, so good. what I what I felt is that it could have been the foundation. I ain't got no beef for LA Colors. However, I don't know, and I don't know if mahogany is the darkest or like the second or second to last. No, that's yeah, second to last or the third to last darkest foundation. But this was a little orange. It was a little orange, so it came off a little lighter. Maybe the concealer kind of, I'm not trying to blame the concealer because I'm gonna tell y'all, when I put that powder on, the concealer was, oh my god, it was so good. But you know, I rocked that look yesterday. I made it a look. But back to like my face. Sometimes my face is gonna come out looking good like this, and then sometimes it's not, because the products that I use changes. The method to how I do my makeup changes. It all changes. It's not the same. You get what I'm saying? And I do that on purpose. I do that on purpose because I want to see the different looks and I want to see how the product works. I have an LA Color pressed powder that is so good, and I've used it with so many different foundations. I've used it with Maybelline foundation. I've used it with what brand is this? I've used it with Black Radiance foundation. I've used it with so many different foundations. That's the pressed powder from LA Colors in the shade Cappuccino. And it looks so good. It's so good. So good. So, I don't know. I'm going to try the foundation again, though, because I have the foundation here. And everything that I have, I want to get familiar with the products that I have. I want to know, like, what I probably should do is not use a lighter foundation, but this is probably where I can use a darker foundation. I mean, a darker, don't use a lighter concealer, but this is where I can probably use a darker concealer or a concealer of the same shade. And what I can probably do, because sometimes I don't really do my neck, but probably bring it down on my neck so it can blend a little better. And maybe use a little bit instead of a lot, because I have oily skin and everything. Maybe a little goes a long way. Sometimes because I do like full coverage things. And when I think full coverage, I also think that I need to apply a lot. That doesn't mean that. Just because a thing is full coverage means that you need to apply a lot. You need to apply a good amount. Probably like a pea size. But sometimes I just be going crazy. I be like, using a sponge and brush, I put it on the back of my hand. I'm like, okay. I'm using a lot and it's going everywhere. You don't really need to do that. So, I'm going to just say this. I'm not going to blame it on either product. Yesterday, even though it was lighter, I mean, it still was a look. You know, it was a look. I gave y'all a look. That's what I do. So, yeah. I mean, like I said, I ain't no MUA or nothing. I just be being my own face. I would love to understand, like, everything as a professional MUA and be able to do those looks that they be doing. Because, oh my God, like, some of them just be doing such a good job. Like, oh my God. So breathtaking. But I feel like even if you're a professional, sometimes it could be hard for you to color match, you know, or the undertones are kind of weird. And you can't necessarily blame it all on the brands too, because there's so many different people. There's a lot of different people in the world with different undertones, overtones, etc., etc. Different shades of black, different shades of white, different shades of brown. So it's kind of hard to get that perfect match each and every time. But that's what I'm working on. That's what I'm working on. I'm working on how to get it, even if it's not going to be perfect. How to make it look or seem as if it is. You get what I'm saying? So, yeah. Mm, that is the goal. That is the goal, to get that thing right. Thanks for the thumbs up. I don't know who's here. Thanks for the thumbs up, y'all. Appreciate y'all. Get that thing right, baby, because, yeah. Get it right. Get it right. Get it right. I'm gonna take it over here. It might be a little dark to take out over here with me because I'm about to put up some of my jewelry, etc., etc. You know, I'm so happy that like I no longer have to um dating and stuff anymore. Because I'm gonna tell y'all this, it is so difficult dating someone who dating people that like you don't know, and you have to get to know. And you know, especially if they have like a family, if they started their own family, if they have children and stuff like that, you got to deal with their big mamas and all all kind of shit. At first, listen, when I was younger and stuff, I wasn't even thinking about that. Like, I would hear it, but it wasn't registering to me that like, oh, that's actually a thing. Cause I'll just be like, oh well, I'm dealing with that person, and whatever comes along with that person, I'm gonna just have to deal with. Yes and no. Yes, if you do like that person, whatever comes along with that person, you're gonna have to deal with. But then again, you gotta think about yourself, and you gotta know that it's you that's putting yourself in that situation. So yeah, like what? Because if that person started their own family, remember, and you haven't started your own family, it's different when you have a blended family. Like, you're coming with kids, that person is coming with children as well, whether it's a male or female, because you have heterosexual relationships, and then you have homosexual relationships, and then you have, I don't know, whatever kind of relationships. There's different relationships. But if there's, you're if you're coming with kids, and that person, where did I put the back of my earring, and that person is coming with children too, that's a blended family. And that's different from you coming to the table all by yourself, and this person has children. And even if you and that person should have children, they have children. They already started their own family. You're joining this person's family. You're joining what this person already has. You get what I'm saying? Like, I never thought about it until I got to this age and this time where, I realized, oh my God, like, I'm really happy that my husband doesn't have any children, and I don't have any children, and if we should ever have children, it will be with like each other, you know? Because it is so different. If that person has children, you have to deal with that baby mama or that baby father, or if they're absent, you have to take on the responsibility because that comes along with them. You got to think about finances. Taking care of your own children alone is so expensive. It never dawned on me until this present, I'm not going to say this present day, but this present age, that you know what? Because the older I get, I realize this shit ain't no motherfucking joke. Bitch. It ain't no joke. It ain't no joke when your children need school fare. It ain't no joke depending on where you are in the world. Or if you're sending your kid to private school. It ain't no joke when your children is outgrowing their clothes, need new clothes and this, that, and the third. But you need new clothes too. You want new clothes. No, you want new clothes. You want new clothes too. But you need new stuff too. And you need to take care of your house. You want to get this, that, and the third for your house. You want to get paper. You got to get the essentials, the paper towels, you know what, ever, because some people don't have paper towels. They have hand towels, you get what I'm saying? But you want to get toilet paper to wipe your fucking ass. And you can't even afford that. So, that shit it ain't no joke. It ain't no, I was listening to Silk, I think it's Silk the Shocker earlier. It ain't my fault. Just like it ain't my fault, it ain't no joke. It's not. This shit is real. This shit is real. And times just keep changing, and money change along with the goddamn times. Like, I'm not laughing just to laugh because this shit is so fucking real. I don't understand what the heck that is. Ooh. It's such a blessing when you're able to afford yourself. You know, it's such a blessing when you're able to afford your family. It's a blessing. It's a blessing to even be able to be alive, to breathe. It's a blessing to know that you have all your limbs, you have all your body parts. Even if you might be a little slow, you're normal. It's such a blessing. And a lot of people don't realize that. Like, it's really and truly a blessing. It really is. What the fuck? Come on now. It's a blessing. And I'm sorry that you know what? No, I'm not sorry that I'm preaching to y'all, because I belong in church. That's where I effing belong. That's where I was raised, and that's where I belong. But it's an absolute blessing. And even those that weren't blessed with that, it's a blessing to know that you have life. You might not like the life that you have, but you are in control. Majority of the times you are in control of whatever life you have, because it's all about the decisions that you make. And if you feel like someone is hindering you from growth, or just hindering you overall, or stopping you from living life, you allowed that. Maybe you're just a dependent, maybe you're just, but majority of the things that occurs in our life, we are responsible for. We are in control of. Like, we are in control of what we do throughout the day. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it might not be up to you if you wake up the next day, or if you wake up overall, because that's where God plays a role. But once you're up, you're in control of what you do throughout your day. I think it was I think it was Tupac. I don't know where I heard this saying from. I think it was a Tupac saying that we all have the same 24 hours in a day, a whole day. You're in control of what you do with it. And it's true. It's true. R.I.P. R.I.P. Tupac, Biggie. R.I.P. But it's so true. You're in control. Once your eyes are open, you have breath, you're breathing, you have life. You are in control of what you do throughout, and as long as you're capable, because there's people that's incapable. There's people out there that's handicapped. There's such and such. You get what I'm saying? But even they are still in control to a certain degree. You're in control of what you do with your life. You are the author of your story. You can't let anyone tell you otherwise. It's just like writing a book. You are in control of, yeah, when you publish it, you might want to get somebody to reread it or whatever the case may be to make sure that it's good. To what they call proofread, whatever. But you are in control of your story. You are in control of your life. Some people they don't feel that way. They don't. You know, like you might feel powerless, mindless, like you don't know what to do, like you're in control of yourself. Once you gain self-control, because I know that was something that oh my god, that I struggled with for a long time, because I remember like I felt like I was very promiscuous at one point in my life, and then I realized that I was in control. And I realized that I was in control, and it took some therapy too, but not only just with that part of my life, but you're so in control of like what you do. Like, yeah, there might be a spiritual warfare, but no one can come and mess with your temple or mess with you unless you allow them to. You have to create that space, you know? Just like how in church you know, you want God to use you. You want God to use you. You make yourself available to be used. So it's the same thing with just, because spiritual warfares and anything spiritual, it's a thing. It's a thing. I believe in it. Just like how you would have mediums and this and that and the third and paranormal activities and stuff. It is a thing. I believe in it. I don't know about other people, but I believe in it. You know what I'm saying? And you just have to know that you're in control. Everything that you do, if you know that you cannot, if you're incapable of making the best choice for yourself, you have to get somebody that you know that like they'll make the best choice for you. And like I say, if you're even unsure about that, you better buckle down and enjoy the ride. Might as well just buckle down and enjoy that goddamn ride than you doing it yourself and knowing that, you know what, I'm gonna just F up. But some people are so confident and so sure of just being wrong. You're so confident and then they just go down the wrong path. Like, how you're so confident and you're wrong? Like, and in their head, they're not wrong, because they're just like, you know what, it's whatever. But I'm sorry, y'all. I guess I'm just thinking about like my friend, and I'm just thinking about just I'm just thinking about everything. Oh my god, like I've just been crying a lot today. I'm such a crybaby. But I've just been thinking about so much. Maybe I should just stop thinking. I think that's what I'm about to do in a little bit. I just want to finish up what I got going on. over here on the bed, this little situation. And yeah, but I'm gonna call it a night because it's almost midnight, and I'm almost finished. Might take a shower and stuff, and then I got a lot to do tomorrow. So I love y'all. Thank y'all so much for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Feel free to like, subscribe, comment. For the people that's here when you join my life, do not be quiet. I want you in the comment section. I want you to ask me things. I want you to make comments. Please listen. Even the I'm not even gonna call them stupid comments. Even the trolls and stuff. Like, I like when y'all comment. I don't want y'all to spam my life, but I like when y'all comment because that gives me something to speak on or to react to. So feel free to just interact with me throughout my life. But I love y'all, and I'll see y'all on my next live or my next video. Bye. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, and tune in. Okay? Bye.